This video is going to focus on how to use rawmaths.co.uk to revise for GCSE Higher Methods 2. On my website there are other sections. There's one on Maths Challenges, Basic Skills, Higher Applications 1, GCSE Foundation and Rubik's Cube. Each of those links to a page that has those things on it, but we're going to look at Higher Methods 2 on this video. In here we've got 5 main parts. We've got the PDF file that is the topics to be covered, that tells everything you need to know for the exam, for Methods 2. We have the Basic Skill Revision Worksheets and Solutions section, which has the 5 sheets I've done so far with basic skill sheets, their answers and the video that goes with them. We have the section that links to Maths 24/7's playlist of hard GCSE questions, and I picked out all the topics that link to Methods 2. And then we've got the main section, which is covering each of the topics: geometry, algebra and number. One section up to grade C, then the other section from B to A star. Within each of those there is a general video that gives you a brief explanation, plus maybe some tutorial videos or worked exam questions, or maybe links to a My Maths revision, or in some cases CIMT interactive worksheets that practice the skills in another way. And then we have the actual exam papers themselves. Each of the exam papers that has come for Methods 2 so far, we have 3 papers there, and then 2 practice papers with a PDF file for each paper. So that links to a PDF, so you can print that out and practice that. There's the solutions, so that's the mark scheme from the exam board showing how it's marked. And then we have a video. This is the video of the first of the videos in the playlist for all the questions for those exam papers. So if you want a particular question, you can either click on here to get the playlist up and then scroll through it to get the one you want, or you can go to YouTube, and then that has the video, the first video plus the playlist down the side. And that is the main way to use the website so far, with all the resources I've put on there to help you to study for Higher Methods 2. And to finish with, I'm going to just give you some tips on how to use YouTube to revise. First of all, for those of you with far too much street cred to use your main account to subscribe, comment and generally geek out on YouTube, I suggest you make a separate study account. If you're one of my students, it would help me a lot to know who you are, so use a username I can recognise, such as B Smith for Bob Smith or something like that. But once you've got your account, that you're not afraid to subscribe to some other accounts that are about vision, like maths or science, whatever it is you want to work on, then when you're doing some general searches, say for example a new topic, you were looking at circle theorems, and you were doing, keep it fairly specific like GCSE. You might even want to put the board that you're doing, say you're doing Edexcel or AQA. From there you'll see some of the most popular ones. These are all very popular, like Jates 79, Maths 24/7, Hegarty Maths, all very popular. Oh, and there's RawMaths, another very popular channel. Once you find one that you like watching, so if you watch a bit of this video and you think it's okay and you like the way it's been done, then obviously you should subscribe to that channel, and then you can do things like search a channel. So once you have some subscriptions up and you're now on a particular channel, so you're on RawMaths, you can then search that specific channel for whatever you want. So circle theorems, helps you spell circle theorems right, circle theorems, circle theorem. My channel doesn't really matter because it's mainly GCSE, but if you were doing some of the other channels that do A level, you don't want the harder stuff. So GCSE, you could even put GCSE higher. For some topics that would be more relevant. The more specific you are, the more detailed your search will be, and that will give you topics all to do with circle theorems higher. The same thing would happen on another channel. So if I was on Maths 24/7, I'd type GCSE circle theorems, circle theorem higher maybe. That would come up with loads of videos on circle theorems to practice. Okay, and for those that are very new to YouTube, when you're looking at the videos from a channel, you can look at playlists. Most YouTube channels will organize their videos into playlists. And also, if you want something particularly specific, let's go back to uploads. If you want specific, so for example, you wanted a particular question, if the person set it up correctly, so if I wanted GCSE Methods 2, June 2012, 2012, question 5, and type that in. On my website, it's going to come up with a playlist for June 2012, and then it's going to come up with question 5 for June 2012. So it'll take you straight there to the question you need help with. Now, that's not always going to be the case, but you could try that as a general search. Let's try that. GCSE AQA Methods 2, June 2012, question 5. Okay, again, it's going to come up with my videos. There's not many people do Methods 2 questions, but there might be somewhere else. There's a Unit 2 AQA, so it's a little bit like that. But you might get lucky and get the one you want. So it's worth trying to search for stuff. So there you go, that's the basics on using YouTube to help you revise.